Good morning, good people. How y'all doing this morning? I'm doing great. I done some gratitude work, done some love work. I'm having a great day. I'm determined to continue to have a great day. And I hope you guys have done the same. Now, I came on here to say this. Last night I did a little short where I talked about when someone, doesn't matter who that person is, in your life, when someone has made up in their own mind that you are the villain of their life, you are the bad guy of their story, there's absolutely nothing that you can do to change that person's mind, because for whatever reason, that's the way they perceive you, right? And it's not coming from a place of where you have actively or deliberately or anything like that hurt this person, done anything to hurt them, done anything to them, or whatever the case may be. It's just the way that they perceive you. They see you as the villain. They see you as the bad guy. You know what I'm saying? And you running around, you trying to treat them right. You trying to do right by them. You treating them good. You know, you going out of your way for them and all of this kind of stuff because you can't understand the reason why they perceive you like this. You can't understand the reason why at the end of the day, no matter what the situation is, no matter what you have stepped in and done, you know, and a lot of times they have brought you into these situations in their lives. They have come to you and brought that situation to you, and then, you know, you try to help them with it, you try to handle it or whatever, and then at the end of the day, you end up being the villain. You end up being the bad guy. Well, that's their perception of you. For whatever reason. And people perceive us the way they want to, right? And usually, it's a reflection of something that's going on internally inside of them. There may be a trauma, there may be something that they haven't taken responsibility for, they may be trying to avoid accepting accountability and responsibility for their own actions towards you and other people. So it's just easier to project that bad guy villain thing onto you than it is for them to deal with their own issues and go inside and deal with their own issues. Now, unless, of course, you are actually the villain and the bad guy in somebody's life. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about when you have been good to somebody, when you have done all that you know how to do for somebody, when you love them, you know, you try to be there for them, or whatever the case may be, and still at the end of the day, you end up being the bad guy. And like I said, most things in life come down to unhealed, unresolved issues. So 9 times out of 10, that person either has not healed something within them, they have not gone inside to do the shadow work, or it's just easier to make you the villain. It's easier to make you the villain than for them to actually look at the real villains in their lives. Actually deal with the real people in their lives that are bringing them harm and are bringing them trauma or whatever. Maybe it's because of the connection that you have with that person, or it's because of the relationship that you have with that person, and they feel secure and confident and safe in that relationship, and because you haven't set certain boundaries, they feel like it's easier to offend you, to hurt your feelings, to make you out to be the bad guy than it is for them to deal with the real issues in their lives. But if you know you've been good to somebody, you know you've been there for them when they needed you, you know you've expressed love and you've expressed care and concern and all of that, and that person still finds a way at the end of the day to make you the villain or you the bad guy, there's absolutely nothing that you can do to change their perception of you, to change their mind. That's work that they're going to have to go in and do inside of themselves. And if you keep dealing with that person, you're going to keep on running into that issue, and you're going to keep on giving and giving and giving and giving and giving, and they'll take what you're giving. They'll take all the help and everything that you have to offer, and then still turn around at the end of the day and make you the bad guy. So you'll just keep giving and giving and giving and giving and giving, and you'll keep experiencing that same thing where eventually it'll stop hurting your feelings and it'll start pissing you off. And maybe that's what needs to happen. Maybe it needs to start pissing you off so that you can realize, okay, hold up, wait a minute, I'm doing too much. Let me stop. Because there's nothing that I can do to change how you perceive me, to change your mind. So let me stop. Let me stop trying. And let me go ahead on and accept the role as villain in your life, since that's what you want me to be. But I'll be the villain over here while you stay over here. I'll be the villain over here, not bothering you, not having any contact with you, not dealing with you, because I got to get that out of my energy. Because if you don't deal with it, if you don't set the boundaries and you don't deal with it, what'll happen is it'll keep happening over and over and over again. And when you start having new relationships with new people, new friendships, or new partnerships, new business relationships, or whatever, you'll see that that energy will creep right back in, disguised as somebody else. So just go ahead on and deal with it now. Go ahead on and allow this powerful force that's sweeping across the world right now, that's clearing energies, is letting people know you need to release this, you need to release that, you need to set boundaries here, you need to set boundaries there. Accept that energy, let that energy come on in. Accept the boundaries that set the boundaries that you need to set, and let folks go on. Let them go on and think whatever they want to think about you. Let them perceive you any kind of way they want to. Let them feel any kind of way they want to feel about you. And you just go on and you know who you are. Know that you ain't done nobody no harm. All you ever did was try to help, try to be there for them when they when they invited you into these situations. And go ahead on and just say, okay, well, I'll be the villain if you want me to be the villain, but I'll be the villain over there. I'm not fooling with you like that no more. We're going to have to set some boundaries. And we're going to have to mean it when we set boundaries. Because like I said, this is a situation that I just went through this weekend. And I finally realized, okay, there's nothing that I'm going to be able to do to change how this person perceives me. This person perceives me as the villain, as the bad guy in their life, and there's nothing that I'm going to be able to do to change it. So it's time for me to stop doing. It's time for me to stop giving. It's time for me to stop being available when you need me for this situation or that situation or whatever. And this is somebody that's very, very close to me. As close as it gets. And I'm not talking about no lover or no kind of romantic relationship. This is somebody that's close to me, and it's as close as you can get. And I just realized, okay, this person has decided that I'm the villain. And so therefore, I'm going to always be the villain. I'm going to always be the bad guy. And once you realize that 9 times out of 10, it really has nothing to do with you. It's some stuff in them that they ain't looking at. It's some stuff in them. It's some shadow work that they need to do. It's some healing that they need to do that they're not doing. They need to take some responsibility and hold themselves accountable for some stuff. But once you realize that, you can be like, okay, that's fine. I'll be the villain. But like I said, I'm going to be the villain over here. You go on, do your thing. I'm going to be the villain over here. Because I'm not trying anymore to change anybody. Not just that person. I'm not trying to change anybody's perception of me. I know who I am. I know what I'm capable of. I know what I do and don't do. I know the journey I'm on. I know the goals and the dreams that I have. I know what I want my final destination to be. And I'm not going to allow how anybody else sees me, how they feel about me, what they think about me, what they might be saying about me, to stop me at all. We've all got to be like that. All of us. So make up in your mind today, if you got somebody in your life like that, you dealing with that type of situation, that you'll go ahead on and be the villain, but you'll be the villain over yonder, away from around them. All right? Y'all have a blessed day. I love y'all. And do what you need to do for you.